I want to welcome everyone here this afternoon to the historic Spinner Wheel. We are here to announce an exciting initiative for Northeast Hamilton, Bermuda, and the Economic Empowerment Zone entitled UpTown Saturday Nights. We think it's important for us to bring events to North Hamilton and to demonstrate actively to the community that this is a place to live, work, and play, and to do so as in other parts of this island. We have a full lineup today, and we are going to be as expeditious as possible to get everyone in. But I think having the representatives here today shows that there is broad support across the board for this initiative. My name is Erika Smith. I'm the Executive Director of Bermuda Economic Development Corporation, and I am pleased to be able to work with the UpTown Cultural Committee, the residents and businesses in the area to bring this exciting initiative to the forefront. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to Mr. Eugene Dean of the Imperial Group to give some details about the initiative.
Yes, greetings everyone. Yes, and give thanks for everyone for coming and showing your support for this initiative. It's important as a community, especially in these times, that we show up for each other, because just our presence makes that huge difference in everything that we do. Last year we did UpTown New Year's Eve, and in itself that event was significant. There was a lot of people who thought it was impossible to have such a large-scale event in Northeast Hamilton. And as a result of the success of that event, we've been able to galvanize a lot of the support that you see around us right now. UpTown Saturday Nights is a continuation of our efforts from that point. We had promised at that time that we would work towards bringing more energy and initiative into Northeast Hamilton, and this is the outcome of our efforts and all forthcoming discussions that have taken place since then. So we have a host of things that are planned to go on in the area, and it's important to note that although we're doing events, the primary focus of these events is for social upliftment. We all recognize that this is an area that has been plagued by violence even in recent weeks, and we recognize that by having positive activities in there, it gives us the opportunity to engage with residents and people who frequent the area, to bring more people into the area, and to start to generate a lot more positive energy through the events and the initiatives that we produce. So the first thing that we're launching with is the Moonlight movie series. That's something that people are familiar with or have been familiar with for years. And we're going to be having movies on Saturday night and Sunday this weekend. We're going to be following that with an UpTown karaoke competition. And this is a great way to bring artists from all around the island to come in and have an opportunity and perform. We're going to have 4 preliminary rounds and a final round on December 17th. And we're going to be giving away $10,000 in cash and prizes for the participants. So registration information can be found on uptownbermuda.com. So we're encouraging anyone who's been singing in the shower and in the living room to come out and test your skills on the stage in UpTown. So we're also incorporating a lot of other initiatives and events, and in future press conferences and releases we'll be able to give more details, but Spinning Wheel is involved. As you can see here, we're involved in Sound Boys for Life, Places, Gum Bays. We're going to be having a lot of vendors in the area, fun zone for kids and things of that nature. So it's a whole lot of activity. We're just encouraging the community to come out and support and show up just as everyone around us here is showing up today. Give thanks. Peace and love.
Thank you, Eugene. So I would like to actually call up to the podium Ms. Roseanne Edwards, the City Councilor. Ms. Edwards is also a resident of the area, and so she'd like to give her perspective on the initiative.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and I thank you all for being here. I, too, am very excited about this initiative taking place. This is something that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. I can now probably say that we have now come to A1 city. The event that took place in New Year's, that was something of a passion, my passion to get this going. And although it was not all, not everyone was on board, there are things that happened from that. And I just want to say, I do thank God that I'm here to stand and to see this vision come through. And I ask the community to come together as one, and to support this initiative, because then things can happen, and we're looking for great things to happen. I want to thank you.
Thank you, Roseanne, for that. We have a few more attendees, so if you guys just want to slide yourself in while we transition. So next, I'd like to invite the Mayor, the Right Worship Charles R Gosselin, to the podium to just speak about the city's partnership in this and his endorsement.
Thank you very much, Erika. I have a speech. I also recognize the time limitations that we have here right now. So I'm going to put the speech to one side and just say that this is a no-brainer. The corporation has been fully supportive of BEDC in its efforts, certainly during my 2 administrations, and I'm certain for other administrations as well. We're glad to have government here as well being fully supportive. This is a great initiative for this area of Hamilton. It is one which is going to be a great opportunity for the community to come back. And I wouldn't say that this area has been plagued by the issues which are facing Bermuda right now. It certainly has suffered through some of them, but this is a great area of Hamilton, a great area of Bermuda. I walk here, my business is just around the corner. I have no issues at all in the middle of the night, either leaving work or going to work or coming around any of the streets here. It's a beautiful area, wonderful streets, wonderful buildings, wonderful people. And I really encourage the community, particularly on these Saturday nights, to come out and enjoy this area of Hamilton. It is well worth their visit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. And now I'd like to call up the Honorable Dr. E. Grant Gibbons, the Minister of Economic Development, who is responsible for Bermuda Economic Development Corporation, to give some words.
Thank you, Rika, and good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here. I think, as many of you will know, under their responsibility for the Economic Empowerment Zone, the BEDC, that's the Bermuda Economic Development Corporation, has worked very hard and made substantial progress in building what we would call productive partnerships in order to be able to rejuvenate Northeast Hamilton. But I think it's fair to say there is still quite a bit of work to be done. During the summer of 2015, area businesses and residents basically expressed their concerns that there was a lack of quality events taking place in this area, and pointed to Harbor Nights as an example of the attention that was being focused on Front Street. So I think it's fair to say that the BEDC moved ahead with partnering. They worked with the Corporation of Hamilton and with the Chamber of Commerce, and set a goal of creating an open-air street festival in Northeast Hamilton in 2017. They then partnered with the UpTown Cultural Committee, a collaboration formed to focus on music and entertainment enrichment, as you've heard, in this area of the city. The partnership, as Eugene Dean said, really built off the very successful New Year's Eve celebration that happened in previous year, which demonstrated, I think, the ability to hold large-scale events successfully in Northeast Hamilton. So the BEDC is pleased to partner with the UpTown Cultural Committee, the Corporation of Hamilton, the Chamber of Commerce, the Imperial Group, and Spanish Town, Global Art TV, Chill Entertainment, Party People Entertainment, and Gina Spence Productions in order to be able to create and support Northeast business owners and residents in a community-driven initiative. The UpTown Cultural Committee is planning 5 major events, which I think you're aware of, and look forward to working. We've had one already, which is the gospel event, but working to get the rest of these events done through the course of the remainder of the year. I think it's fair to say we clearly understand that an initiative like this is sorely needed in Northeast Hamilton or Uptown. We hope that it will also provide, I think, as others have said, an opportunity for those who are engaging in, we'll say, unsociable activity or antisocial behavior to be engaged in something which is more productive, like music and entertainment. Given the recent shooting incident that occurred last week on Court Street, an initiative such as this is really important. And I think there are a number of factors which are trying to be achieved here. The first is to promote the theme of unity in the community, worldwide, fighting with peace and not for it. Fighting with peace and not for it. To show the community in Northeast Hamilton and Uptown that there is a vibrant culture that's available here, history and positive things that can be accomplished. To help those engaged in undesirable and antisocial behavior to be engaged in something that's more productive and positive, like music and entertainment, and to promote the positive and active use of this area of Hamilton and not let fear and concern curtail the influx of both human resources and investment as well. So let me finish by saying, as the minister responsible for both the BEDC and economic development, I am delighted to support the BEDC, the Uptown Cultural Committee, and area residents and businesses in this initiative, and look forward to a very positive outcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. And next we will have the Honorable Al Craig Cannoneer, the Minister for Public Works, speak about his endorsement and his support, not just of this initiative, but of the precursors to this initiative with the Uptown New Year's Eve celebration. Welcome, Minister.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and Bermuda, good afternoon to you as well. 3 things have really stood out in my mind as we've listened to other speakers concerning this, and number 1 is this is a no-brainer. Number 2, there is a need. And then, number 3, this is about unity in the community. The ministry, on behalf of the Ministry of Public Works, I have been working with Eugene and Glad for some time now on several other initiatives that have been spoken to already, even to us meeting together in Washington, D.C., to the Louis Farrakhan celebration back the earlier part of this year. So Public Works has been looking for opportunities like this to engage. And when we had the opportunity, along with Eugene and Glad, to meet with Erica Ms. Smith, there was true unity in the room about what it is that we could do. I can also say when I met with the corporation, the mayor, over the New Year's Eve event, there was synergy once again. And I do believe that for this initiative, UpTown Saturday Nights, this is really about all of us coming together. And when we do come together, results happen, things happen, growth happens, we move forward. And if we're not moving forward, we're really in a spiral, a downward spiral, that's going to result in some of the negative things that we hear about. So I'm excited about the fact that we're all coming together here on this initiative. It means that we can work across borders. We can knock down the walls and truly make Bermudians number 1 in its own country. This is about us as a people coming together, unity in the community, making things happen for the betterment of Bermuda. So I'm thankful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to welcome to the podium my boss, the chairman of Bermuda Economic Development Corporation, Mr. Nick Kemp.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just on behalf of the BEDC, I would certainly like to thank the breadth and width of community partners we have on this initiative. In our role for supporting and advocacy of small business, we certainly couldn't do it by ourselves. We have a great team, but I think the level of participation here really speaks to the buy-in and interest in supporting unity and peace in the community. please get your Christmas shopping in and have some food.
Last year, when the residents and the businesses actually reached out and voiced a concern, one of the first people that actually reached out to BEDC was actually Kendary Burgess from the Chamber of Commerce and asked how could we work together. So I'd like to welcome Kendary to the podium to speak to the Chamber's endorsement.
Thank you, Erika, and good afternoon, everyone. The Chamber has as part of its value statement the concept of cultivating the best environment in which all businesses can prosper. And we see opportunities like this as a way to strengthen the relationship between the Chamber, BEDC, and the various groups here. BEDC and Erika and her team, through their endeavors, bring together community, culture, and businesses in an area that we know is rich in culture. So to everyone here, and to Erika especially, we congratulate you, we wish you luck, and we are very, very, very proud to be a supporter. Thank you.
Okay. So earlier we spoke about support across the board, across borders, and so this initiative could not be a success without also recognizing the support of the opposition. And we have the Shadow Minister for Home Affairs here, Mr. Walter Rabban. I'd like to call you up. No? Okay, well, his presence is here as an endorsement of the initiative. So without further ado, I would like to also recognize and give some opportunity to our sponsors, because without sponsors, we won't be able to put on this event. And that is a clarion call also for additional sponsors. So there are opportunities to get in. But without further ado, I'd like to ask Mrs. Tamara Richardson of People's Pharmacy to come up and speak about her support. And she also happens to be a board member of Bermuda Economic Development Corporation.
Well, thank you, Erica, for putting me on the spot. Just want to say on behalf of People's Pharmacy, my family, People's Pharmacy is my family, but my family established the business in this community 32 years ago this October. So we are very happy to see the renewed interest in the area, and we look forward to the partnership and what develops from it. So thank you.
Thank you.